good afternoon. I want to welcome you all to join us today. I'm gonna laugh, Ray. Okay, so um, tonight or this afternoon, this evening, This is our very first feature of what I am calling Power Spotlight on Entrepreneurs, and my very first guest is my BFF and my sister, and my biological sister, and my sister in Christ, my prayer partner, my babysitter,
Oh
my
goodness.
everything. And so, our guest today, Raven, she is going to be talking about her business and everything, just like a little get to know me, and then we'll be sharing all over the world. So, first, thank you, Rez. That's what I call her, Rez, for coming today and meeting with me.
I was forced. No, I'm just playing.
So, first, I want you to talk a little bit about your business,
hmm
the name of it, and how long you've been in business.
Okay, so my business is Brush Elements. It's a LLC. I've been. It's a face and body painting. Um, I want to say event service. Uh, I do parties. I do private events. I do photo shoots. I do whatever that can allow me to paint on someone, wherever it is. For those who are weird and uncomfortable, I do face painting and I do body painting, but it's nothing in a sexual intent. I'm an artist at first, so I don't even see that when I'm painting on a person. I just see a blank canvas and the creation just starts. I've been in business legally, legally about I want to say maybe about 6 or 7 years, but I have started way before then, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna get into in a sec.
Okay. So let me ask, how long have you been like drawing as an artist?
Oh, as an artist itself, I started drawing probably in maybe technically elementary. I didn't take it seriously until middle
Okay.
school.
So also, talk a little bit on how Brush Elements started. Like what? I mean, I know
She knows.
pieces of the story, but everyone else wants to know
My niece was turning, how
three.
old was Deja
She's
was
turning.
turning
Deja
three,
was 23.
and my sister was having a party for her, and she wanted some type of entertainment. And face painters are expensive. Entertainment is expensive, depending on your goals and your budgets and things like that, because some people are willing to pay a lot of money. But so I was pretty much forced into it. No, my sister was like, "Hey, you draw, you paint. Why won't you paint these kids' faces at her party?" And I was like, I don't know. That's scary. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. How I'm supposed to do it. This is weird. And she was like, "Figure it out. You got paint." I was like, "Okay." So I went online, and it's really bad to say. I went online. I looked at pictures. I printed pictures out, and I had like a paper that was there at the party, and I had paint, but it wasn't the appropriate paint to have on the skin, which years later I learned. Um, and I painted kids' faces. It was simple things like a heart, a smiley face, stars, little simple things because I was terrified to do it, and it was success. It was successful, and then. My sister started to be my manager, and she started telling people. She started telling other family about it and close friends of her, and then I started doing little parties. And at first, it was free because
Yeah, to
I
get
didn't know what I was
from
actually doing, and I
knowledge
didn't feel
and
comfortable with people paying me
right.
for it. And then later on, I started putting a, a, a set amount on it, like a flat rate, which I learned later that was the most retarded thing ever. But but I will like tell people like 25, $50 for me to be there, and I'll be there the whole entire time, like from the beginning to the party to the end of the party, painting literally every single child, and that wasn't a good decision. But it started to do that, and then it slowed down. It stopped for a bit. I didn't use the bad paint in the other events. I was using the Walmart face painting
Mm-hmm.
kit they
Like
have.
a little kid.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, which is also the worst choice ever because I tell people it's lotion with food coloring. But that's how that started. But I had stopped at one point because I had my beautiful daughter, who is now 7. And after I had her, I needed income to come in because babies are not cheap. So I debated, talked to God, try to figure out what can I do. Debated on what can I do, and the idea of creating something my own kept appearing. But I didn't know how, I didn't know what to do. At first, it was the whole I want to be a clown, but then I knew I wasn't. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
I'm not giddy to that extent of a clown being a character. I don't know how to be a character. So then I started looking around, and then I found places that sell the actual paint. I looked at YouTube videos a lot, and then I needed a kit. I needed legit paint, and the paint is expensive because it's the paint that caters to your skin in a sense of it won't make your skin allergic to anything. It's appropriate for your skin. It doesn't stain your skin, all of that. So I had to get the kit. The kit was expensive. It really was. So then, who kicked in to help? Partially, my sister and my dad. Yeah, both of you. You guys chipped in money. You don't remember that? My gosh. I guess because it's my testimony.
No.
Anyway, I went there and I got my kit and I started painting at events and charging the appropriate price, which was my lowest price that I would never go back down to. And then after that, once it was starting to pick off, then I had a good friend of mine, Alicia, who knew of a business mentor who make businesses legal. And then I set up a meeting, talked out what was my initial dreams and my goals, and made it legit. So now I pay taxes over it. And that's how I got and it made it legal. So now I could work at big events and businesses, and they could put it on their taxes things and go from there.
Awesome.
I paint any age, but I do not paint under 1 year old.
Okay.
That's the mother in me. I won't feel comfortable to put any type of product on a infant because their skin is still developing. My kids have eczema, so I know how sensitive things could be for just their age. So I could just only imagine what will happen to a 1 year old whose skin is still developing.
So everything that you use is safe.
It's safe for your
If you
skin.
have eczema,
All the ingredients
Okay.
that they use to make each one, because it's different brands of paint as well. But some have more pigment than others. But either way, by law, by FDA approval, it has to have a certain ingredients in there to make sure it doesn't harm our skin.
Okay. What is something that, like, your favorite thing about doing this? Like, what do you enjoy the most doing?
I would say the challenge,
Okay.
because some face painters have like a standard board or a standard chart, and you can say, oh, I want number 1, or can I have this one, and they point at something. I do not have a board at all because I like to have the challenge of someone saying, make me a monster with green eyes, and I'm like, sure, why not, let's do it, because I could get easily bored painting the same thing unique as possible. Like, I twist it in a way to make it cutesy for a kid.
Right. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So, what type of events do you participate in, or type of events that you usually serve?
Of course, private parties. I do a lot of public events, like at festivals or and art events, in a sense, or anywhere that allows me to face paint kids. Some events I do as a donation. I do at least 2 of them a year, but I don't do it all the time. It's I'm also very selective. So I also do competitions, which is it's interesting because they're well known, but they're also secretive at the exact same time. So if you're in the bubble of the circle of people who know, then they go to the competitions and they either compete or be a model or watch it, and then some people don't know about it. So when I tell them, oh, I competed at such and such, they're like, what? But a lot of Wynwood, and also now Fort Lauderdale is getting really, really big on the art world. They're having little competitions here and there, or I'll do like a private event as far as not painting kids, but if someone wants to advertise like their special drink or whatever business they're running, I'll be at their event and I'll be the form of entertainment. They will literally, people will be walking around watching me paint someone as a form of entertainment.
So let's say name some of the type of events specifically. Like I know birthday parties. You said that you did a bar mitzvah.
I did a bar mitzvah, which was interesting. Well, it was a bat mitzvah, I think.
You did some like for like holidays and
I did Christmas parties. I did company events. I did carnival. Kind of the Caribbean carnival, I should say.
Okay. I know you've done some for like some step teams, dance.
I do it for dance teams, cheerleaders. I did it for co-workers. Definitely Halloween events. I did a Halloween wedding, and I did. That was really interesting.
I remember.
And I do private Halloween costumes as far as their makeup. So if someone on Halloween have their outfit, then they'll allow me to do the makeup portion of their outfit. And I also encourage people, since we are not allowed to go and do masks on Halloween at malls and things like that, I do encourage people to get face painted because it's your face with makeup on it. I mean, They can't stop you from that. So I encourage that a lot for Halloween to complete their overall outfit.
And list some of the other types of painting services that you offer under Brush Elements besides the face painting.
I do the face painting. I do the full head to bottom body painting. I do glitter tattoos. I do airbrush tattoos for adults and kids. And I say that because kids usually get the colored one that's like a cute little heart or a cute little smiley face and things like that. The adult ones, they look more realistic tattoos. I do those as well, which is really popular for teenagers who wants a tattoo and it lasts for a couple days. I also do a special thing called Imagination Station. That is my art activity. Since I am an artist, I do know how to teach art. I have some form of educational background as well, so I know how to teach certain things. So that is pretty much like your typical painting with a twist, but not a painting with a twist because it's not always painting. It's something either painting or crafty or assembling, and I do it in a small group form. That could be either a keepsake for later or just an activity at a party.
Yeah, and also too that we did do in March of last year we did do a power event, and it was like a painting with the painting with the twist type of thing, and that you instructed. So yeah, you can find those pictures on social media and on Power's website as well. So yeah, so that you are available to do that, and that was with oil.
It was what oil-based paint,
right,
and a canvas, and I didn't use any brushes, which shocked them to death.
Yeah.
We did use special tools that you guys should see later.
Yeah. You gotta check it out.
You gotta check it out to see.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think that's it. I think that's all the services that I could think of. But all the rest of my list of services is also on my website too. So if you look at it, it's there. And I'm also open to new things. So if you have an idea of something that comes to your brain and you could discuss it with me, I could tell you yes or no. I'm up for challenges and different things. So it might spark inspiration, and then we'll go from there.
Awesome. You also did something with foil.
Oh, I did it. You have to go on my page to look at that. Okay. I did a gold leaf. Name of it. It was a gold leaf body painting with one of my favorite models. She modeled for me forever, and she was comfortable enough to do it. It is only gold leaf, so that's my warning to you guys if you're uncomfortable with certain things. But like I said earlier, I don't see any parts. I only see a blank canvas. That
just one last thing, social media. Where can they find you? So if you want to book a party, Brush Elements, where could they find you? Where are you?
I am on all social medias under Brush Elements. I have my website at www.com, brushelements, with the S at the end.com. And I'm on Instagram and Facebook under Brush Elements. It's best to book through my website because my website, just unlike other face painters, I have set prices on my website. So you never have to go through the what's your price emails. You could just go on the page, see it up front. If I do update it, it will be always updated there, but I haven't updated it in the last 2 years. So you will see it there, and then go on a different tab, book for an invoice, and then I'll send you an invoice in less than 24 hours.
And what's the requirement for payment for a party?
So the steps is, you find me on my website, you look at my prices, you think it's appropriate, you go to
will think it's appropriate because she's worth what she's charging.
You go to my contact and you input, it's a form there, you'll put all your information in. The form will be sent to me, and I will see what you want or whatever. Then I'll email you back to confirm how long you will want me there, what's the location, and there we can do a overall price, because I am paid hourly. I have a set price for the first hour, and then each additional hour booked with me is an additional price. Now, if I do go to your event and then you have way more kids than you expected and you want me there longer, if I'm available, I will stay longer, but you have to pay a higher rate for the additional hour, let alone the hour that was already booked. So you will agree with me of the time frame, of the date, and then I will send you an invoice. That invoice is a non-refundable deposit to set your time frame that we agreed on and the date. It's a simple $30. I don't ask for the whole. I know.
Wait.
I don't ask for the whole amount. I don't ask for half. I don't ask for majority, and you pay me less. It's just $30, because at the end of the day, I'm a mother at heart, and I know half of these events are mothers who is trying to budget, and I'd rather them pay $30 right now, and then you have 7 days to pay the $30. I give you a 7-day window to pay to confirm. If you don't confirm, it's not in my books. I'll act like I never see it. It's never in my calendar, and we go on with our day. But if you do pay it within those 30 days, and I am nice enough to send a reminder email 2 days before, because it's the heart in me, to pay it. Once it's paid, then I'll send you an email saying it's confirmed and it's set in my calendar, and then I'll remind you of the remaining balance that you pay on site once I'm there. You pay either ahead or after. Either way, I need to get paid. But the most important thing is, I will say, is be very, very precise on your time bracket. If you know you have a event and it's a lot of kids there, don't book me for an hour. I'm super fast. My
How many? I do know. Let's say
a general.
How long? Like
a general hour, I could pay at least up to 20 to 25 kids for sure.
And that's like thorough.
And
like
that's
full face.
That's full face, depending on what they want, or 1 hour at an event. But if you know you're gonna have latecomers, or you know you're gonna have way more than that, book me for the 2 hours or more. That's the full face and everything, with glitters, a whole shebang, everything. But if you know I'm your only entertainment, and you know every kid is going to be in my line, definitely book me for more than 1 hour. But if you know you're having something really small, intimate, and you know you only have 10 kids, book me for an hour. It's fine. I don't mind. It's life. But also, a very key point thing too that I love to tell people, but it's always afterwards. If you do book me, let's say your party starts at 2. Don't have me come at 2 because no one's there yet. Book me at 2:45, 3 o'clock, and do the whole hour, because then it's a good amount of people there to paint, and then we won't have to go, oh, I didn't know they was coming late type of situation, which is life. It happens. Some people are not very precise with their timing. You tell them one time, they don't come. So,
and
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say also too, because I've gone to a party where it was time to go, and they were like, well, can you stay another 30 minutes or so? And you couldn't stay because you had another party that you had to pack up and travel to.
Exactly.
So that they aren't disappointed clients.
I have to make everyone happy,
right,
and feel everyone is appreciative. So if I stay at your party an extra 10 minutes, and it doesn't seem long, but extra 10 minutes, that's another 10 minutes of me packing my belongings and then getting in a car and then going on my GPS to look for the next location. And then the location might be a lot further than I thought it would be, even though our timeline is very precise. But things happen, traffic and things like that. Yeah. Then I get there late. And some parents don't mind I get there late, but since I'm honest to my booking, if I'm there late, depending on what time I get there, I still honor the whole hour.
Right.
So that just makes me stressful.
Okay. So thank you so much, Rez. I appreciate your time. And you can find her on
Fresh Elements.
Fresh Elements.
On website, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yes. And I think you need to get a YouTube channel.
It's in the
But
works.
that's a whole other thing.
It's in
Because
the
I know
works.
that there are some, I don't, for you to share your ideas.
If you have any models, if anyone know any models who's willing to do anything, it could be the full body, it could be the half body painting, it could be just the face. If you know anyone who wants to be part of that, that would speed up my YouTube videos way more, because I can only paint on my kids so much, and I think low-key they're tired of me painting on their faces. My nieces and nephews too. They was my first guinea pigs, so they seen the worst and the perfect right now. So
Right. So awesome. Well, thank you so much, Rez, for your time.
no biggie, no biggie.
You guys can find me on power7inc.com. And we thank you all for joining us today and looking forward to more spotlight on Power 7's Entrepreneur of the Month. Thank you all. God bless you.